7 popular tools I stopped using and why. Each one is widely recommended. Each one has thousands of advocates. Each one I dropped after careful analysis showed it was actively hurting my business at solo founder scale. Today I'm breaking down the specific tools and the replacements that produce dramatically better outcomes. The audit. After 18 months of tracking my own tool usage and revenue impact, I removed 7 tools from my stack. Each one was costing more in time or money than it generated in value. Same business, same workload, different tooling. The annual savings, $8,400 in subscription costs, 12 to 18 hours per week of recovered time. Net annual impact, roughly $60,000 to $90,000 in compound value. Stick with me at minute 5. I'll show you the 7 tools and the specific replacements. Tool 1, Notion, stopped using December 2025. Why Notion became a productivity tax. The flexibility of databases, properties, views, relations means every task is a configuration decision. Decision fatigue accumulated. Replacement, plain markdown files in a folder synced to iCloud. Each project gets one markdown file. Search across all files via system search. The time savings, 6 to 8 hours per week recovered from no longer configuring Notion. Tool 2, Slack, stopped using March 2026. Why Slack creates the illusion of communication while destroying focus. Notifications fragment attention, channel proliferation, status anxiety. Replacement, email for non-urgent, phone call for urgent. Schedule to sync video updates via Loom for project-wide communication. The time savings, 5 to 7 hours per week from no longer being in Slack constantly. Tool 3, Calendly, stopped using April 2026. Why Calendly created overscheduling. Anyone could book me for any reason. The calendar became unmanageable. Replacement, Calcom self-hosted, with heavy gating. Anyone wanting to book must answer 3 qualifying questions before getting a link. Most don't make it past the gate. The time savings, 6 to 8 hours per week from fewer meetings. Tool 4, Zapier, stopped using June 2025. Why Zapier accumulated complexity, multiple Zaps doing similar things, workflow tax compounded, subscription costs grew with usage. Replacement, simple Python scripts running on a cheap VPS. Cron jobs, direct API calls, more work up front but no recurring complexity. The cost savings, $200 per month avoided. The dev time was 1 weekend. Tool 5, Mailchimp, stopped using February 2026. Why Mailchimp pricing scales aggressively with list size, plus the deliverability dropped over time, plus the interface is sluggish. Replacement, Beehive or Substack for newsletters, Postmark for transactional, cheaper at scale and faster. The cost savings, $480 per month avoided at 50K subscriber size. Tool 6, Asana, stopped using May 2025. Why project management tools at solo founder scale are overhead. Maintaining task statuses, dependencies, sprints. None of it adds value when you're the only person executing. Replacement, Google Calendar time blocks. Each task is a calendar entry with the time committed. If it doesn't fit on the calendar, it doesn't get done this week. The time savings, 3 to 5 hours per week from no longer managing tasks in Asana. Tool 7, the big one, HubSpot CRM, stopped using January 2026. Why HubSpot is built for sales teams. At solo founder scale, the maintenance overhead exceeds the customer relationship value. I was managing the CRM instead of relationships. Replacement, a single Google Sheet with customer contact info and last conversation date, plus my email inbox as the activity log. The cost savings, $50 per month. The mental savings, dramatically more since I no longer thought about CRM hygiene. The total impact. Annual subscription savings, $8,400. Annual time savings, 600 to 900 hours. At $100 per hour effective time value, annual time value, $60,000 to $90,000. Plus the cognitive load reduction. I'm focused on customer work and product work, not tool maintenance. The replacement principles. Principle 1: default to plain text and simple tools. Markdown beats Notion. Email beats Slack. Principle 2: buy back time, not features. The tool with 100 features costs more than the tool with 10. The 10 features are usually enough. Principle 3: self-host where reasonable. Cal.com plausible analytics ghost. Once configured, no recurring complexity tax. Principle 4: custom scripts beat workflow platforms. A simple Python script does what 5 Zapier apps do with less complexity over time. Principle 5: the CRM is in your inbox. Email is already organized chronologically and searchable. Don't add a second system unless you have a sales team. The exceptions. Some tools genuinely add value at solo founder scale: Stripe, cloud hosting, email sending platforms, AI services. The pattern: tools that handle complex specialized infrastructure where reinventing would be madness. These belong in your stack. Tools that help you organize or improve collaboration rarely justify their existence at solo scale. They add complexity, not value. Solo OS POV. The default for solo founders should be fewer tools, not more. The compound complexity of multi-tool stacks costs more than the alleged productivity benefits. Audit your tools every 6 months. I made a one-page version of this analysis. Solo OS Tool Removal Audit Framework, free in the description. The 7 tools removed, the replacements, the decision criteria for future tool decisions. Subscribe.